Hey everyone, welcome to the course. So in this course, we are going to see how you can edit some really good portrait images using Lightroom. And if this is your first time, I am Feroz Khan. I am a UX designer and I have been working as a photo retoucher and photographer. So this class is like my passion project and I really wanted to, share it with you all so you can learn and enhance your portrait editing skills. So without much further ado, let me just start with the tutorial. So if this is your first time using Lightroom, so I recommend you get a trial from Adobe website. So you can download a 30-day trial or a 15-day trial from Adobe's website. And once you have installed it, you'll get the first time you open it, you'll get something like this. So this is the Lightroom window. And we are soon going to see how we can open files, make a catalog, and we are going to cover everything. So the first thing that you want to do is go to File and go to New Catalog. So for every project that you start, it is advisable that you start in a new catalog. So you can click on this new catalog and go to the desired location where you have saved your photos. So in this case, I have all my photos inside this portrait editing class files. And I already have a folder with working files. So this contains all the files that we will be working on during the course of this tutorial. And I'm just going to make a new folder here and name it LRCAT, so short for Lightroom Catalog. And I'll go inside this and I'll name this as Portrait Editing. So this is going to be the name of our catalog. And I'll just hit create. So uh, if you get this dialog box, just click on skip until next week. So uh, Lightroom is like a cataloging software also. So the reason why we are making catalog is to keep everything, organized. So once we have that catalog, we can see the name here. And the next step that we want to take is bring in the photos. So what we can do is, if you see this panel, we have import option. So we'll click on this import and we'll go to desktop and then we will go to our files for portrait editing class. And it will take some time to, create the previews. And if you don't want that, you can just simply click on import. So it will take some time depending on your machine to import the images. And once you have the images imported, it will start showing in that library part. So this is the first step that you need to take. We started with making a catalog, and then we went ahead and imported some images in that catalog that we are going to see how to edit now. So this area that you see here is our image area. And this area that you see here is like the left panel. And if you are not seeing other panels, you can just hover on this arrow. And if you click, you will see another panel here. This is our right panel. And also you can see the top panel here. And in Lightroom, we have different modes or different modules, you can say. So we are in the library module right here. And when we want to edit the picture, or in Lightroom terms, if we want to develop a picture, we will go to the develop module. And the rest of the module you can skip. It's not important for this class. So let's see here. First, we have the navigator. If we click on anything, it will show a preview, thumb preview in the navigator. And here we have catalog, names, folders, collections, published services. So for now, these are not important. It's only important if you want to import more pictures, then you go to library and then click on import. And also by the towards the end, when we want to export the images, the edited images, we'll touch on this export button. Here we have on the right another panel. So if we click on one image, it will show us the histogram. So if you are coming from a photography background, you will know what this histogram is. So if not, then please don't worry about this. And you also have some of the quick develop things here. but we are not going to see this. Keywording, we can skip. Keyword list, again, we can skip. Metadata is all the images which, uh, sorry, not images, all the information that is associated with your image. So you can have like file name and all the different copyright information associated with a file or the EXIF data here. So you can see that if you want to. And once you have seen all this, you can see there's a strip here at the bottom. And if you just click on this, you can see this is the film strip kind of arrangement. And you can easily toggle between the images from here as well as from here. This will come handy when we are in the develop module. And also you see like few of the options are here. This is like grid view, this is like single preview, and this is compare. If you want to compare two images, then you can just select uh, candidate from here, and then you will see the comparison. And also there's a survey view. So we don't use this as much. Then again, we have people. So right now uh, it's based on the face recognition. So again, we are not going to use this. So we'll stick to either the grid view or the loop view or the single preview. So this is the overview of the library module. Once we want, let's say we want to edit some more picture. Let's say, for example, we want to edit this. We'll click on this and we'll go to develop. And also you can, change pictures from here if you want to, or you can simply use the arrow keys on your keyboard to switch the images. So once we have the image, again, we have two panels here. So here we have presets and navigator. Again, navigator is the same thing. You can zoom in, zoom out, and you can just quickly move to the any area of the image that you want to see up close. And if you click here, double click, you will get zoom out. Also, we have the presets. So presets are pre-built, or that come with the Lightroom, and also you can add your own presets. So presets are, instead of toggling here, playing here with the settings, you can have some predefined settings, and just clicking on that will change the whole image. So we are, for the sake of this video, we are not going to touch on this. We are going to do everything manually so you can learn how to do things. So for more real estate, we can hide this and we can focus on this panel, right panel here. So again, here we have histogram. So if you want to know more about histogram, you can just do a Google search. And then we have a lot of tools here that we are going to see now. First, there's a small stripe, and we have our crop tool, we have our spot removal. So once we go more in depth about on editing, we'll be talking more about all of these tools, and we'll be seeing these tools in action. So for now, I'm just going to tell you which tool is what. This is red eye reduction. This is our gradient filter. This is our radial filter, and this is our adjustment brush. So this adjustment brush, you can see, is like a long brush here, and this is a really good tool. And this will show you more advanced editing in this the further down the course, and you will get why this tool is like so good. It has a lot of potential, and we can do a lot of things with this tool. Then we have the treatment here. So treatment, in this, we can just change the temperature, color, exposure, everything. And the good thing about Lightroom is, if you're editing a raw photos, you can extract a lot more data, or you can extract a lot more details out of your raw images, because all these highlights, shadows, whites, black, I mean, it works very well if you're using a raw image. And then we have the presence, texture, clarity, dehaze. So all of these are related to adding more definition to the image. So texture is like, if we move this, you can see it's making everything a little bit more sharp. So clarity is more or less the same thing, but the way this works is a little bit different, and the effect is also a little bit different. So all of this we are going to see in detail when we are doing like the retouch of the image. So for now, just focus on the, just getting familiar with the tools. Then we have the tone curve. Here we can simply, adjust the highlight shadows as well as the colors just by moving the curve and give it a really cool look. And if you want to reset, just double click on the points. Then we have hue, saturation, and luminance or the color. And here we can individually change the color or kind of, tweak the color. You can see if I click on the orange, I can target only the orange in the image. So yeah. Then moving down, we have split toning. Split toning is like giving a hue to the highlight area as well as the shadow area. So we can move these sliders and it will add a hue to the hue of the color to the shadows as well as the highlights. So for example, there we have a lot of highlights, and let's say if I want to just add a yellow highlight, yellow tint to the highlights, I can simply, increase the saturation and it will add that. Next up, we have the details. So detail is all about sharpening and noise reduction. So if you want to, you know, you can see this much clearly here. So if I increase the sharpness, you can see it is sharpening the image a lot more, but it will also add a lot of noise. So for that, we have the noise reduction here. So if we use this in conjunction, I mean, we can achieve really good detail in your images. Then we have lens correction. So to understand lens correction, you have to understand that every different lens that we use on camera will have some, lens distortion or aberration or some of the, uh, some characteristic of that lens. And in order to just even that out, every lens has a profile which is mapped uh, to Lightroom. So if you just click on this, if you can see for this specific lens, which is Sigma 35 mm, if I enable profile correction, it will uh, lighten the edges. So the Sigma 35 has a tendency to apply give a vignette to the edges, and to even that out, Lightroom is, correcting that. So if you have a lot of distortion in your image, consider clicking this and will hopefully solve that for you. Then we have transform, and transform is basically if we want to get straight lines in your images, we will use this either auto or full. So since we are not dealing with any buildings or straight lines here, so we can skip this. But yeah, if you're editing a building photo or a photo which has a lot of straight lines, and that those lines are not straight, but those are, not looking straight due to like any of the reasons, then you can just use this. Then we have effects. So we'll see this more in more detail in the later videos. And then we have something called calibration, and this is not used much. So for your level, you can just skip this. So this is all about the develop module. And yeah, we have a reset button here. So any changes that you have done, if you just want to remove everything, you can just simply click on reset and it will reset the photo back to the original one. So this is all about the overview of the library as well as the develop module. And we are going to dive deep by taking a photo and editing that using all the tools in the next videos. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.